Hello everyone, how are you today? So welcome to the autumn class. Today we are going to talk about our 8th lesson, which is reported statement and questions. So what is a statement? It can be the first question you may ask for yourself. A statement is a sentence which expresses a complete idea. For example, I work in an office. Now, a direct or a quoted speech or statement, if you want. What is this? A speech or a statement is direct or quoted when the exact message of a speaker is between a quotation mark. Here is some example of quotation mark here. We can have two kinds of quotation mark. For example, Suzanne says, I work in an office. This is what Suzanne says. Now, coming to the reported level. What can be the reported statement or the indirect speech if you want? A speech or a statement is said reported or reporting, or if you want, indirect, when the exact meaning of the original message is given but not the exact word. Okay, the first example here. Susan says that she works in an office. Here in direct speech, we say, Susan says, I work in an office. Here in the indirect speech, Susan says that she works in an office. Okay, then we move to the questions. We use a special form when we report questions. Of course, we have two kinds of questions, or three if you want, but we're going to see two today. The first level is the WH questions. The WH words are the word which started by WH. For example, what, how, when, who, where, and so on. The first example here of the WH question, Suzanne asks, what time is it? Suzanne asks, what time is it? You see the WH word in between the brackets, or if I mean between quotation mark and the quotation mark here. The second example, Suzanne asked, how many children do you have? How many children do you have? Suzanne asked. The third one, Suzanne asks, where does Tom live? Suzanne asked, where does Tom live? The second level of the questions are the yes or no question. Okay, the first one. Salif asks, will you come tomorrow? Salif asks, will you come tomorrow? The second, Suzanne asks, does Tom live in Miami? Suzanne asks, does Tom live in Miami? Okay, let us progress. Let's come to the reporting question. How to report the question? To report a question, we need some expressions like want to know, to wonder. And for the first example here, we can say Suzanne wants to know, or Suzanne wonders what time it is. The direct speech was Suzanne asked, what time is it? But the indirect speech here is Suzanne wants to know, or if you want, Suzanne wonders what time is it, or what time it is. The second, Suzanne wants to know how many children you have, or Suzanne wonders how many children you have. The last one here with the double H question, Suzanne wants to know where Tom lives. Or if you want, Suzanne wonders where Tom lives. These are the reported questions for the double H question. The second level, the B, yes or no question. Salif wants to know, or if you want, Salif wonder if, Salif wonders whether you will come the next day or you will come tomorrow. Suzanne wants to know, or Suzanne wonders if you want, Suzanne wonders whether Tom lives in Miami. Okay. Then, as in NB here, we can notice that if the introductory verb is in the simple present or with the present perfect, only the change happens in the personal pronoun. For example, he says that. This is the introductory word. He says that. Then can say does, sends, will, have, has, and then the adverb today, tomorrow, yesterday remain the same. Here are some introductory verbs we can use to answer, we can use to explain, we can use to order, we can use also to tell, and we can use to allow. This is a small chart of the change for the pronoun, the direct speech here and the indirect speech here. I, me, and my. This is direct. In indirect becomes he, she, him, her, his or her, if you want. The second, you, your, become he, him, his, she, her, or hers, if you want. We, us, our. This is the first person plural. They become the third person plural, if you want. Them and their. You, your. This is the plural form. Becomes they, them, and their. Yours becomes theirs. Ours becomes theirs. Mine becomes his or hers. Let's come to the activities now. The first activity here to turn the following into indirect speech. The first one here, I am a pupil, Fanta says. I am a pupil, Fanta says. Second, he says, I can come tomorrow. He says, I can come tomorrow. The third one, you explain the birds. You explain the bird. I say. The last one, I'm going to travel with my brother today. I'm going to travel with my brother today, Umar says. The second activity, instruction. Turn the following into reported question. Now we come to the question, as we said, we saw with the lesson. The first one, are you a pupil? The teacher asked. Are you a pupil? The teacher asked. Second, do you know him? Do you know him? The boss asked me. The third, can you play football? Can you play football? He asked. And the last one here, has she come? Has she come? They asked. And the last activity here, instruction. Put the following sentences into reported questions. 1. What do you want? He asked me. What do you want? He asked me. The second, when will you come? When will you come? The boss asked. The third, where are you going tomorrow? He asked. The last one, to conclude, who is this man? The lady asked. Who is this man? The lady asked. Okay, these are some activities you're going to do with the lesson, if you understood. And then I think it's not so much difficult. As we said, practice makes perfect. So thank you for your listening or your following, and goodbye.